Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of the You Better Check Yourself podcast. I am your host, Akash, and we're here. We're here after the Euros, and we're here after the Copas. And I am joined here today in this virtual session along with my fellow co hosts, Anitej, Ayush, and Akshat. So, we're a full house today. So, what's up? How do you guys like the games, dude? And firstly, before we start, I'd like to say it didn't fucking come home. So suck it, everybody. My prediction was right.
What's up, guys? And yeah, two very good finals and very close. Either team could have won, but then yeah, it was a nice watch both the games, both Copa and especially Euro going to penalties and then yeah, nice stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Copa. I like the Copa game much better because of the result, probably. But yeah, the Euro game, I would say it was a little cagey and boring in the middle but obviously most finals are because like neither team will want to concede. Yeah, but the penalties were quite interesting to watch and yeah, what unfolded. Well, it came to Rome and it'll come home.
Yeah. Akshat. Akshat, fuck you,
Dude,
Akshat.
I'm gonna
Fuck
be
you.
honest. I did not watch the Copa America game. I saw the highlights just before this recording.
I figured it was a bit too early for you, Akshat. Just a bit too early for you, no?
Yeah, it was at 5:30 in the morning. That's too early. No. Actually, no. Wait, I did wake up at I think 6, but my internet was down, so I couldn't stream the match. So it was actually pretty sad.
Ouch, that's pretty sad. Not really.
Yeah,
It was a good
but-
final, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I saw the highlights. Yeah.
Yeah, but your prediction came wrong, Akshat. England lost, so fuck you. I know that Portugal
Dude,
or
dude,
France or any of them didn't go through, but fuck England, man. Just fuck England.
Dude, it's fine. It's fine if my prediction didn't go through. At least, like, it's not like before where the team couldn't even win. They made it to the
Fair
finals.
enough.
Yeah,
that's actually
and
fair.
even in the finals, for the first half of the game, they were definitely better than Italy. Italy came back in the next half, but they played well, dude. They lost on penalties. It's fair enough.
Yeah,
It is.
we'll get into it a bit more about like the penalties and everything, but I'm just joking. England played a damn good tournament throughout the entire tournament, to be fair, and they
Yeah,
deserve to be
Sterling proved
there.
me wrong.
I think
Southgate proved me wrong.
Yeah, true.
that's fair.
Yeah, Southgate proved me wrong. Yeah.
No, even
Anyway.
Sterling definitely proved me wrong.
Yeah, I think Sterling had a decent tournament, to be fair. He was one of those undroppables throughout the tournament. It was actually a
Yeah.
big step up for him. Yeah, anyway, we'll just get into it. So, obviously, the Copas ended with Messi winning his first ever international trophy, which was a big win for all of us. Like, honestly, if he had gone out without winning one, I think it would have been very, very disappointing. But yeah, he ended up winning, which is a big thing for him. And I think, but the best player on that pitch was, I'm not going to say who it was for me because I want to hear your opinions on it. But the finals had a clear best player on that pitch. Ani, who did you think it was, dude?
For me, it was Angel Di Maria.
Okay, I think I should go first because
Yeah,
clearly
should
I
go
didn't
first.
watch
Yeah.
the game.
Go for him.
Go for it.
Okay, dude. I saw the highlights and I think Rodrigo de Paul, he played well.
What a player. Ani,
Yeah.
to Paul, huh?
No, I had chosen Di Maria, but yeah, I mean, see, look,
Mm-hmm.
I can't really say that Di Maria was outright the only best player on that team in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
There were like 2 to 3 people who did very well. So, but for me, like that goal in a final against Brazil was just top class. Not to take any
Yeah.
assist. Yeah, don't get me wrong. The assist was like probably the best assist in Copa. this time. But that goal, man, that goal is brilliant.
Yeah. Ayush, what did you think, dude?
Yeah.
Who was your standout player?
I would say it was DePaul for sure. Like on the day, and the Di Maria finish was brilliant, and like a lot of parallels you can draw from the Olympics 1-0 victory against Nigeria in 2008, and like it was very similar. Di Maria scored the only goal to win it for Argentina, and yeah, DePaul was brilliant during the day. Messi quite didn't show up, but like I mean, how many matches can one man carry a team?
Exactly.
And
That's true.
yeah, so it was nice that the others actually showed up, and the Argentinian defense was really good on the day. And
Good.
Yeah.
No, actually, watching the highlights, I feel that Otamendi still made that mistake. They just got lucky with that offside call. If
Yeah, but then
was it
also-
Richarlison? If he was 1 centimeter behind, that was 1-1, and then
Richarlison's
I
good,
think
yeah.
they would have lost the game from there.
I mean, every
Yeah.
team has to get lucky on the way, right, to kind of win something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
when you win a tournament, you have to get lucky somewhere or the other. They got
Yeah.
lucky in the final.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
Messi
defense-
deserves
No,
all the
I'm
luck.
not- I'm not saying Argentina played bad. I'm just saying like their defense was still like. I mean, Brazil could have definitely played better.
No, I mean, there were like one or two suspect moments in the game, but overall Argentina actually like defended quite well during the game.
Yeah, they defended as a team, which was like
Yeah,
really nice to watch. Like I
Just-
watched the match. I woke up thinking there was an NBA final that day, and I was
oh,
wrong.
even I thought it was game 3.
Yeah, so I got up to watch game 3, and then I realized, oh shit, it's tomorrow. And then I realized, oh crap, Copa's going on. So I watched the game, and dude, they were so good. They were so good. And then that chance that Messi had right at the end, dude, I thought he'd finish it, but
Yeah.
shit, he missed it.
That pass
But
by Di Maria
DePaul.
again. Wow.
Oh,
No, that was not Di Maria, that was DePaul, no?
That was DePaul. That was DePaul's
Yeah.
pass.
DePaul. Yeah.
Yeah, Atletico gonna look fucking scary with DePaul playing in that team, dude.
What
in
he's
case-
joining Atletico.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
confirmed.
so the
He's
deal's
confirmed.
done and he should be confirmed as a new player by the end of this week. But Rodrigo De Paul is a new Atletico player.
How much did they
Which is
pay
a-
for him?
Yeah, and that's the surprising thing. They paid only 35 million for De Paul.
My God.
He is such a steal of the highest order. They're so scary to. They can
No, but that
very
makes
easily-
me happy. Because that means they can allow Saul to come to Liverpool.
Yeah, that's a rumor that's scaring me very much. Because if Saul
No,
comes
it-
to Liverpool,
Because we bid like 43 million and they rejected it, saying they'll want a little more. So
yeah, but
hopefully.
Saul will not leave for like 43 million. I feel like if anything, he'd probably leave close to like upwards of 75. In my head, at least that's what I think.
No, now that they've signed DePaul, I don't feel that's the case.
Yeah, this will be an interesting thing to watch.
Wait, so if Liverpool gets Saul, then their midfield will be Saul, Henderson, and Thiago.
With
basically,
Fabinho,
Fabinho.
with Fabinho.
Yeah.
yeah, anyone can play in the midfield and they'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
this is a
just
little
go back to
scary. I
their-
don't want to talk about it.
Go back to their winning season. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, but yeah, De Paul is amazing. Di Maria, great finish. Messi deserved it. Whoa, Argentina, damn good job. Yeah, and then we come to the other final, which was the Europe, the Euros final, which was obviously England versus Italy, and what an amazing game, dude! Like, I enjoyed watching that game. It was a very good game to watch. Like, it obviously a little bit boring in between, but it was a really good game to watch. Like that first minute, I thought, oh shit, oh fuck, Shaw has scored. My life is over. They're gonna make me do so. Just for a little context about the post that we put up on our Instagram, we recorded an episode on a Saturday as like a preview for the finals, but some technical errors, so we couldn't put it up. And we discussed that if it really did come home, I would be subject to a forfeit challenge, basically, where I would do something really embarrassing. And thank fuck for Leo Bonucci. he saved my ass. Dude. Fuck! I got so scared when Shaw scored that goal.
What was the forfeit supposed to be?
I think they would have decided on the spot, like and the
Yeah,
rest
we
of
didn't
you would
decide
have
on the
decided.
pod
Hmm.
recording. We would have
Oh.
decided today. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we would have decided today, which would have been very very bad, but it would have come for some good content. So if you guys really want to see a forfeit, maybe we can make this a regular part of our podcast from the future. Leave it down in the comments below. Anyway, coming back to the the finals, um, like I think the team selection was wrong. Firstly, from Southgate, but it worked to a certain extent. Having Trippier there did allow Shaw to score, but I also think that he should have started Saka, considering the form that he's been. What do you guys think? Rani, what do you think? Do you think Saka should have started, or do you think the team selection is great?
Yeah, Saka should have started. I feel he definitely should have started. I mean, yesterday when he came on, he he looked quite active, but he didn't have enough minutes to really showcase what he usually does. And yeah, I mean, he's been in really good form, and it was a final, so you want your best team to start, but
Exactly.
I would have wanted to start.
No, I completely disagree. I completely
Okay.
disagree.
Hmm.
You cannot say that you can or Saka should have started because for the first 45 minutes of the game, Trippier was so good. He was playing in balls, or he was getting in behind so easily. Trippier deserved to start with like
Yeah, but what if
especially
I'm
the result
just
he produced.
See, I
see
get
the
It's
thing is
Southgate's decision making that's wrong.
But we aren't like considering Saka for Trippier, right? Like I would rather say
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
starting
No,
Mason
no,
Mount
no, but
on the right wing, Saka
Yeah,
could have started because
exactly.
he's more of a natural player on
oh
that
no,
side.
dude. But Mount had to start.
yeah, but Mount wasn't doing anything effective in that game.
Yeah.
Like I think Saka could have been a better attacking out option
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
in
but
that
Saka
game.
is like a 19-year-old and Mount
But he's
has
been
played
England's
in
best
big
player in the
games.
tournament.
I think
Dude, but
that,
Mount's played in bigger games. It's a safer bet.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
I
safer
get
bet.
why
I think
Southgate started Mount because yeah, like you said, he's a safer bet. And for the finals, you
Dude,
have to go with more
I,
experience than. I'm not saying Mount is exactly very experienced, but yeah,
dude,
he played more.
I
than
have to raise a point that the only reason this discussion is happening because Akash is an Arsenal fan.
No, I'm
Let's
not.
be
No,
honest.
it's
No,
not
no.
because of
Let's
that.
be honest.
If you have watched every England game so far, Bukayo Saka has been England's best player in terms of like effectiveness in creating chances. He's simply been the best player, and wholeheartedly, I think every single pundit can agree with that. If this was Phil Foden, if this was Jadon Sancho, even I would have agreed. Like if Sancho was that good throughout the tournament, I would have said Sancho should have been starting. It's not because of Bukayo.
Yeah, the thing is, he didn't start Sancho at all from the beginning of the tournament.
but I think
Yeah, and
the thing
Grealish
I
played
think
one game.
Yeah, the thing I think Southgate has done in this tournament and probably in the previously with England is he doesn't just go by who his best players are and what the public actually thinks should start. Like that's where England have been like quite I would say like that's where England's faults have been in the like let's say 10 years ago when they had Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes, Beckham. They try to fit all their best players in because they were like these are the best players in the Premier League players in the England shirt, and it's a safer bet to start all of them so that none of the fans moan about it, right? So, but what Southgate has done till now is he's chosen the team for that specific game, and I think in the final he got scared a little and he didn't start Saka there because he thought like Mount is a more viable option, like more safer option. I mean, and I think if he had started Saka, who's like more natural to that side and would have probably be better on that side, and taken that like risk because Saka's less experienced. I think if he had stuck to his guns, Southgate, he would have. It might have been a different result for them. He made some
I
questionable
think
decisions later on also. So I will get
I
it.
think it was more of a tactical decision because if Saka started, he would be playing out on the wings most of his game, but Mount was drifting into the midfield most of the times to cramp Verratti getting the ball. Verratti and Jorginho.
I see. Look, I understand. Like we're having this discussion only because England had lost, and if they had won, I think it wouldn't have been a question. He made the right decision, but England lost. This game epitomizes everything that I don't like about Gareth Southgate. That he made questionable choices throughout the game. The starting
Yeah,
lineup,
that's a very fair point.
the substitutions, the penalty takers. I was not a fan of the penalty takers. We'll get to that, but yeah, I think look, he deserves a shot for the World Cup in next year, but um, this game epitomizes everything about that we don't like about Southgate in that he's not a risk taker. He makes very questionable choices a lot of the time. When he started the double pivot of Phillips and Rice in the start of the tournament, I was not a fan of it, but it's worked out, so I'm not going to question it. But at the same time, when a back four has worked for you throughout the tournament, it seems like switching to a back three was a safer option and the option that suited them defending a lot better. So I just feel like he was a little bit scared of the moment. I mean, this could just be me, and this is my opinion, but that's just how I felt about England in the final.
Say like Southgate, like he would rather take his risks on like his own decisions than on the pitch is what I felt because he has a certain style of plays which he sticks with, and most people don't like it because it's not a very attractive or like attacking form of play. But he does that to get the results, and he is responsible for the team he puts in there. And I think he takes a lot of risk because he goes against what most England fans say. And England fans and the England manager job. The England manager job is probably the most difficult manager position in world football. Because literally every single person, every single pundit, like fans who are not from England, like we are talking about now, right? So like every person has an opinion on what that person has to do, and he takes a risk. He's quite risk taking in the sense that he actually believes in himself rather than a few managers before. So yeah, I think on the pitch maybe he goes on about it in a safe way, but I think tournament play like calls for a more safer form of football, results based football, and not like an attractive form of football which develops over a season or so on. So I actually respect the way he has gone about the tournament. So he certainly
Yeah,
deserves a
Dude,
chance this year.
actually, I have no issues with the way Gareth Southgate plays or his tactic choices. I only have issues with like some of his decision making. Sometimes his team selection is like really fucked up, or maybe sometimes like in the finals itself, Trippier should have come out like 10-15 minutes before he came out in the 70th minute.
yeah, and
And Sancho
also
should have started more games.
Yeah.
Grealish should have started more games, probably also. Jesse Lingard
Yeah.
maybe should have been in the squad to get a few goals. Uh, yeah, and the finals. I mean, the penalty takers in general were. That's not
Dude,
the
I think that's
and
the most
Pickford.
questionable decision, like
That was-
the substitutions he made and so on. Like, yeah, taking
Yeah,
Henderson off and like.
yeah, Rashford hasn't
Ex-
played the entire season, and you're going to put him in just for the penalties. He's going to miss it. Like mind games wise, he's not in the rhythm to take a penalty.
Yeah.
That's what and putting Buka, dude, he's a 19-year-old player. Okay, I want to talk about this. Okay, and forgive me because I'm gonna rant like a fucking maniac right now. Saka's a 19-year-old kid. Okay, this is his first major final. Okay, yes, he's played one for Arsenal, but it didn't really fucking count against Arsenal. We all expected them to lose, and they somehow managed to win. But this is his first game. You haven't started him, then you're bringing him on, and you made him the fifth penalty taker, the decisive penalty, regardless of what is happening. You have more experienced players in that squad. Why weren't they taking it? Why wasn't Grealish taking a penalty? Did he shy away from the moment? Why didn't Sterling take a penalty? Sterling takes penalties quite often. Grealish takes penalties quite often. Saka's never taken a professional penalty in his fucking life before, and you want him to take it on in the biggest moment? Like, how on earth was that even okay? Like, I just don't understand how Southgate allowed Bukayo Saka to take that fifth penalty when you have a quality set of penalty takers on that team. It baffles me. It just baffles me.
It's
Adding on to that, adding on to
taking
that,
Henderson off.
yeah, that's enough. And adding to that, it's a final of a Euro. England haven't been there for long, and these are all new, inexperienced players. I'm not exactly going to say inexperienced, but they're all youngsters. And look, an FA Cup final is very, very, very much different from a Euro final. A club final is very different from a international team final. Okay, it's not the same, and that's why you have so many players who usually don't do well in the club play for country so well. That's because it's completely different, and you've got to have your most experienced players out there to take the penalties. Come on, Sterling, dude, forget the fact that he's not only a penalty taker, he's a penalty taker, but he's been there. Like, yeah, he was their talisman in the beginning in this tournament, which means he's played well in this tournament throughout. He's played well throughout in this tournament. And why would you bring Rashford on just for this particular game, just for a penalty? Like, why? And
Had Rashford played even a minute before that?
No, he's
No,
not.
he
As
hasn't.
far as I know, he's not played a single minute in
He
this
hasn't,
tournament
he
so
hasn't.
far.
Yeah.
I would have
Like, it just
let even Jordan Henderson take the penalty. Come on, like experience.
like, why would
They
you
should
do?
just fire Southgate.
Hmm?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't like Southgate, dude. He's the most frustrating person or manager I've ever seen in football. He's
Because,
good,
like,
yet he's bad at the same time. Like I don't know
exactly.
how that's possible.
Like, you brought this very, very, very talented team all the way to the final, and you did a good job bringing them there as well. It wasn't just one player carrying it, or like a few players doing their bit and like not really caring about the formations and stuff like that. Like, it was a tactical way that England got to the final, and you fuck it up on a tactical decision by putting a 19-year-old at the decisive penalty. I mean, just come on, man.
And
Okay, so I'll try to like look at it from a Southgate perspective. Alright. So I think this is what Southgate would have planned. If let's say Rashford and Sancho scored, then Saka would have had less pressure on him, right? And Saka probably, if Saka went on to score, then the headlines would be Southgate, the person who like brought the youngest group of English players to the final, trusts in this group, and then wins, and he'll be hailed as a like I don't know, like a genius, probably. He'll be knighted and so on. Probably like he wanted to show that he trusts in his youngsters probably, but it's not something you do at the final of the Euros. And well, uh, if he would have kept Henderson on, he'd have had like three captains to take penalties. Like he gave Maguire and Kane the penalties each, and if Henderson was there, that would have been three captains taking three penalties, and that would have been better. And I think before, like they would have decided all the five penalty takers, right? Before itself, and Rashford and Sancho missing put more pressure on Saka, and he didn't want to like change it at that moment because that means he would have lost like that means he didn't trust his own like list, right? So he couldn't have taken the penalty away from Saka at that moment. So well, it just didn't seem to work out, and you can't put a
Yeah, but that's the
yeah.
thing. He's there to do a job, dude. If you can't make a decision based on a headline for a merit that you haven't even achieved yet.
Yeah, I just
And the funniest part is that he went for a safe starting lineup, but he takes risks with penalties. Like why? Why would he do that?
Yeah, that's the place when you're supposed to be most safe and like
Yeah, this is what makes Southgate good yet bad at the same time. Like he has his pros and cons are like they're the same amount, dude. You can't differentiate between the two.
yeah, it was.
The only
I
way
just
I The only way I think Saka would have been chosen for the fifth penalty is if Sterling and Grealish were not confident in themselves. Like you can't put a player who's not confident in themselves to take the penalty, right? That's just gonna be like even more pressure and so on.
No,
And
but why would you
if
bring on players that haven't played for a whole tournament
I
just to take
agree.
one penalty?
I agree. The Rashford and Sanchez substitution and the taking Henderson off and all that was pretty bad penalty management. But I'm saying just a decisive penalty, Sterling or Grealish should have taken it. But probably I think the only way that they didn't take it is because they probably
weren't
told,
confident in themselves.
yeah, they weren't confident in themselves,
Yeah.
and they would have told Garrett that I'm not confident to take it at this moment. And yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but
I
that just
have.
means that Man City's
These guys
best
don't
player.
deserve to win it.
Exactly. Firstly, it means that Sterling and Grealish probably did deserve, and that's why probably Grealish hasn't played. Secondly, it means that Man City's best player, probably after Kevin De Bruyne, is scared of the big moment. Like, what the fuck does that say about City? That their biggest player in terms of like a leader in that dressing room is probably Raheem Sterling. And if Sterling is shying away from a moment, what does that say about England? And what does that say about Manchester City? Like, are you really investing so much of money into a player who was
Oh,
scared of
dude, let me
stepping
make
up in
it
the big moment?
worse. Let me make it worse for Man City. They're gonna pay 100 million for Grealish also.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll happen simply because I think they're going to
But
prioritize Kane. But if it
if
does
that
happen,
does
then you just
happen,
have two players who are shying away from the moment.
I mean,
I just,
somewhere that
it's baffling, dude.
Grealish wanted to take, but then it was just Southgate's choice. But then again,
Yeah,
I don't know.
again, then that just makes it
All rumors,
worse.
right?
Yeah.
No one will actually tell what actually happened
Yeah,
during
that's
the
true.
penalty meeting.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, these
so-
are all just rumors, obviously, because I don't think any
And
player
of course,
first is going to
Southgate
come
would
out and
have to
say,
take his responsibility for choosing.
dude, if
the-
any player comes in, says all that stuff outside, Southgate would probably drop them and he'll never pick him
You-
again.
I don't think it's a Southgate thing. I think if someone does that, then they should be blacklisted from the team. You can't be telling like
Yeah.
private team stuff into the media. I
Yeah.
don't think that's okay.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
I'm very irritated that Sterling wasn't taking a penalty and it had to fall on the shoulders of a 19-year-old kid. Like it was irritating to see Saka being put under so much pressure. He's a 19-year-old kid, dude. He came there because he probably wasn't even in that, like, he wasn't in my 25-man squad. But he's there.
Dude, he
and
only
was
made
in-
it because Greenwood was injured.
Exactly. So, like, I'm okay with Saka. I was okay. I loved that Saka got in, but I knew that he got in because someone got injured. But the fact that he got in, worked his ass off, put himself in the starting lineup for like 3 of those 6 games that they played, and really did a lot of impact for England. Now it's just demoralizing to have him miss a penalty like that. It's demoralizing for him.
But
And-
Saka should be very proud of what he has done. He's taken his opportunity with the England squad, and one kick doesn't change how good a footballer he is, right? It
Exactly.
probably will be. And I mean, he
Dude.
was brave enough to actually go and take that penalty. And I
Yeah,
mean, that's
there is
it just
definitely
built
no
his
fault
character and so
with
on.
Saka
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Because let's
it
be
just-
honest,
Yeah.
if any four of us were in that situation as Saka and we were told to take that penalty, whether or not we'll miss it, we would want to take it. That's the thing.
Fair enough. I don't think I'd want to. I mean, I'd want to step up, but I don't know if I'd have the like mental instinct to like take that penalty so coolly. Like when the entire shoulder nation's on your shoulders type of situation. There's no fault of him, bro. Like
Yeah.
Southgate takes the
Yeah.
blame for that.
Saka deserves all the love. Like, English fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because of the vile racist attacks that he's been getting. The three of them have been getting to. Like, disgusting. Like, fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
That's
I want to take a moment to just say, like, in case this podcast like somehow blows up and Bukayo, Marcus, or Jaden, if you're listening to this, we're fans from India and we're with you, man. Like, fuck the haters. You guys are fucking amazing players who deserve to be in that squad, and you should not get so much hate. Like, we will criticize you if you don't do a job on the pitch, but like, fuck the haters. Seriously. Anyway, that's not gonna happen. So, anyway, yeah, I'm just frustrated simply because, like, I mean, I love the fact that Italy won because they were my dark horse selection after Portugal, but it came under situations where they could have just lost it, and Gareth Southgate gave it to them.
You
I'm
said
very
they were
conflicted.
dark horse behind Portugal's. They were like a third choice.
See, everyone expected France to be in the final. No one expected Switzerland to knock them out. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
yeah. So
No, but that
everyone
makes it
expected France to win.
Everyone
two
expected France
youngsters
versus
missing
Portugal
important
final,
pens.
actually.
Which two youngsters missing important pens?
Oh, Mbappe
Saka
and
and-
Saka.
Yeah, I mean, but also I don't know if you can count Mbappe really as he is 21, but he is probably the fifth best. He's in the top 5 players in the world. So I feel like that kind of pressure comes onto you, and he's handled it well so far. So I'm not gonna criticize him too much. Like, he is 21 years old, and like, he will get
Dude, you
these
can never
moments.
criticize. You can never criticize a player for missing a penalty, dude. It's
Yeah.
penalties are always 50-50. In this
Yes.
situation, in Saka's situation, you could blame Southgate because he chose the penalty kick taker. But you can't blame Saka, dude. It's a 50-50 pen. Either he
I'm not
misses or
going to
he
blame
scores.
Saka at all. I'm not going to blame Saka or Mbappe at all. I'm just saying Mbappe is going to get a lot of chances to redeem himself
Yeah.
because of how good he is and what an amazing
He'll probably
team.
win the Champions League next year. Whichever
Yeah, I
team
mean,
he's going to play
Jesus.
for.
The
Fucking
PSG
yes.
team is stacked up.
They are stacked to the win the
Donnarumma
Champions
free
League.
transfer.
Yeah,
I don't know why they
Ramos.
need depth in their team. Like, I mean, they just need a team for the Champions League. They can just, like, League One takes care of itself. I don't know why they need depth.
Dude, no.
I mean, look, we
This
said
is
that,
the
but they
most-
lost it last year.
Yeah, but
This is like
now
the most
Pochettino is
big
like the
money
main
move.
manager.
Dude, PSG have gone out and done what we do on like FIFA on the PS4 and stuff.
Yeah.
Just you see
Yeah,
they
any
actually
90
got
plus rated
just-
player and he just signed them because like why the hell not?
Exactly. And
Also,
like,
yeah.
this is
Just another point before I forget. Like, huge respect to Pickford for the way he stepped up in this tournament. Huge respect.
yeah.
Yeah.
These two players have gone through a lot of criticism, especially in the last few years, and man, they stepped.
Yeah, I think we mentioned
No, but
this.
I still don't rate Pickford. I still don't rate Pickford.
I think Pickford's an amazing penalty stopper. I'm not
Yeah.
sure about
No,
him as a
look, see,
goalkeeper,
that's the thing.
but
Like, I'm just talking about the Euros. So Pickford has done really well in the Euros, and whenever I see him,
No, okay, not really well, dude. I think it was a couple games before where he made those two errors in game. They weren't capitalized on, but he made those errors. He just gave the ball away.
yeah, but
Yeah,
also
but
That's a Ukraine game, and that's where you
Yeah,
should
that's a
make your
Ukraine game.
errors and take it away.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
yeah.
Like, it
he's
really
made
didn't
some
matter because
amazing
it was
stops,
Ukraine.
dude. He's made some amazing stops. Where-
I
and he
rate
was-
Pickford in the England shirt for sure. I mean, he always steps up for England. Like, some players are better for the national
I
teams
can never
than
rate
the-
Pickford, bro. He plays for Everton. It's not happening.
I mean, the save he made for the Bonucci goal, it was an amazing save. It
That
just
was a
It
rebounded
was
off
an
the
Yeah.
post.
astonishing
That's
save.
Okay, yeah, that save
amazing.
was good. Yeah, that save was good.
He was so unlucky that it rebounded off the post and went to Bonucci, but it was an amazing save. Like, they didn't deserve
And
to
he
concede. Like, Pickford
always
didn't deserve to
comes-
concede that.
He always comes up big in the penalties. Like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you note, even in the World Cup in 2018, he made those amazing penalty stops against Colombia also.
Colombia.
Like, he is a very good keeper, like, under pressure, and I will rate him for that. He's really proved me wrong that way. Maguire, we were discussing this in that podcast we recorded on Saturday. Maguire has proved me wrong. He is world class. After this tournament, very safely I can say Harry Maguire is a world class defender, and United are going to
No,
do some
okay.
really big
I
things
think
with him.
I think I think he's just on the brim. 6 more months, if he can perform on the same level, then he's world class. But he's still not there. But he's not been that consistent before the Euros.
But
See, that's fair,
United
but-
have everything.
That's fair, but my point is that they stepped up when they were required to.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So credit to them.
Like this was
Maguire's
every single England fan's dream to see everything.
yeah,
So these players
Maguire's
stepped up big, and
gone through
kudos.
criticism ever since his transfer to United. I mean, on a daily basis, he has been going through criticism. So it's a good comeback, but I hope he can carry it on. So
That's,
I hope it's
that's
not the
just
ending.
that just sucks, man. Like a player gets criticized because of the amount of money he goes for. He doesn't decide how much he's worth. Like it's
Exactly.
the clubs which decide. It's not his fault that he went for 80 million. But yeah, it's just I know that just sucks. And also one more thing before I forget. I think this means this. I think losing the final means Harry Kane is more likely to leave now because he still doesn't
Yep.
have a trophy.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. Watch out for that. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums up everything that we've wanted to talk about. If you guys have anything else you want to talk about, especially like about the Euros or something.
Just how shit Turkey were.
Yeah.
Shittiest team of the tournament.
Yeah, a lot of people like talk them up as this dark horse that could like maybe upset one or two teams, and they got destroyed.
I think in the first day of the Euros, we found out that Turkey weren't the dark horse, Italy were. So
Yeah, a lot of people thought maybe Turkey could do a lot of stuff in this Euros, but that first game just proved that Italy will probably go all the way. Yeah, Turkey sucks. Italy is amazing. They're
special
back.
mention to the centre back duo.
Bonucci and Chiellini.
Yeah.
Another
When
special
will they
mention to-
retire, dude?
Very much.
They're like
deserved.
40 years old. Like at this point, I'm just bored of watching them.
do you know what Chiellini said? Chiellini said he knows Bonucci better than he knows his wife.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah, they have some insane chemistry as a centre back partnership. Too.
yeah.
And when they
Yeah.
had Barzali also, like
Yeah,
that
oh
was
my
the
God.
OP defensive combination.
Yeah.
But yeah, Italy will stay like this for a few years. I hope to get someone to replace these two also, because you have the best keeper in the world. Like in my opinion, the best young keeper in the world, probably
He
top
probably is.
5
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't want to waste his potential with the shitty centre back partnership. Yeah, that's about it. Last but not least, a little bit of transfer news. Arsenal confirmed Nuno Tavares. Sancho is confirmed. Ben White's probably going to get confirmed in the next few days.
Ben White and DePaul this week. Yeah.
Yeah, DePaul also. Yeah, it's going to be a long transfer season. I
Messi
just
is a
hope
free
Arsenal-
agent.
Yeah, Messi. I found the craziest story. Okay, firstly, the fact that Messi is still a free agent and nobody's tried to pounce on that. Secondly, that La Liga teams are trying to pay for Messi's salary to keep him in Barcelona,
Yeah.
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 which is
Wait, what?
which is so crazy. Yeah. So
Yes.
La Liga considers Messi such a hot prospect, and the other like the fact that he's such a big moneymaker for the league, that the other teams also recognize it and they're willing to pitch in for Messi's salary so that he can be covered by Barcelona.
That's pretty funny. That's so funny.
That's
actually.
that's
What
the
the
most
hell?
fucked up thing I've ever seen.
Do you know what happened? Why? Because La Liga viewership is dependent on La Liga viewership revenue is dependent on each and every single game. And they saw the stats for the last 2 years where Madrid played the last 2 years compared to when Ronaldo was there, and the revenue each team earned has like gone down so much. And imagine if like Messi also goes, no one will watch Barca games also, and all the
Yeah, no
small
one's
teams in La
really
Liga.
going to watch those teams.
Yeah, and like all the small teams in La Liga will just lose out on a lot of like revenue and sponsor. They'll rather pay to keep Messi there and to like earn that revenue and all that things. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I understand the logical part of all of this, but it's just
Yeah,
fucking
but
hilarious.
When you look at it,
Messi is bigger than La Liga.
It's like you're literally paying to lose the league for the next 2 years at least.
Precisely.
Messi is like, I mean, LeBron. Like LeBron's bigger than the NBA, and Messi is bigger than La Liga.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching this. Hope this wasn't as long as the other episodes. As always, like, subscribe, please subscribe. We'd love all the support that we can get, and share as much as you can. We'd love for more people to watch our content as well. And if you like it, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up wherever you're listening. And yeah, and follow us on Instagram. We're on Instagram at the YBCY podcast. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for listening, guys, and watching. Once again, I'm Akash. With me are Ani, Akshat, and Ayush. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you guys.
See you guys.
See you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.